Hello and welcome to In the Studio with Donny Carr, and this is episode number 13. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about distortion. I have a nifty technique that I want to show you. It really adds some extra grit and character to bass lines is what I like to use it on, but you can also use it on leads perhaps and get creative with it. But I'll be showing you this on a bass. So I have this just a couple loops pulled up, just a beat loop and a bass loop that goes with it, and I'll just show you that. I'll mute these plugins here. So that's just what I have, the loops I picked out just for the demonstration purpose. But now let's get into this technique here. I already have it set up, so I'll just run you through what I've done. So by nature, distortion plugins react differently to whatever input it's given. It's not like a EQ where it's just a static, there is dynamic EQ, but this, if I just left it here, it's not gonna change or move or do anything. A lot of distortion plugins, they react differently depending on the input signal that they're given, and they kind of move and variate a little bit. Okay, so we're going to kind of manipulate that a little bit here. So what I've done is I have a parametric EQ, this one, and then I have, today we're going to be using the Tube Screamer distortion pedal, and then after that another EQ, and it's the exact opposite of this one here. And so the reason for this is because these completely cancel each other out, but the input is driven hard into the distortion pedal, which is going to make it react differently if it was just, if it wasn't boosted. So I'll show you that first. First, I'll show you the distortion by itself. So that's the distortion doing its thing without, the EQs. So now let's just switch on the EQs, and I'll show you the difference. And I'll play it with the EQs on, and then I'll switch it off so you can hear the difference that makes. So you can hear there that because the input going into the distortion pedal is cranked at I think I did 10 dB, it's reacting differently. And then I have both of these hooked up or linked to this control surface here, so you can kind of fine tune which frequencies you want to really tear up and distort and mangle. This technique really does add some real grit to sounds, but sometimes you want that, and this is a cool technique for that. So we'll play it again with the EQs on, and I'll just sweep the frequencies here. You can kind of hear what it's doing, and once I find a spot that it sounds decent, I'll turn off the EQs so you can hear the difference. All right, let's go. I like that right there. There's something happening there that I kind of like. It's kind of squealing a little bit, but it's giving it some extra character. I'll play it again, and I'll switch off the EQ so you can hear the difference. So there you go. I actually prefer just the normal Tube Screamer on here, but I have been able to get some good results with this technique. You definitely want to go for something more analog modeled when you're picking your distortion to do this on. So keep that in mind. And also, just a quick note on how to link this up to this is just a control surface, so you can make knobs or sliders, and you can do multiple, you know, knobs and sliders on with one plugin and link them to whatever you're working with. But just to do that, I just selected one knob. That's all I need. I'm just going to select this guy here, go link to controller. Already did that. Knob 6. There you go. Accept. And you're going to want to do it for this one as well. Same deal. One little thing to note though is it's going to say remove conflicts. You want that unchecked because you want both of them to be linked. It's if you're linking multiple things to one knob or slider, then you want to not check this. All right, so that's that. That's how to. And another thing you could do is you don't have to do the EQs, but this is nice because you can fine tune it a little bit more. But you can just do a gain before this at 10, 15, 20 dB, whatever, you know, whatever works, and then do the opposite afterwards, just to give this one plugin like an extreme overdrive to really like tear up your sound. Just a fun little technique. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on In the Studio. Take care.